Welcome to the Edge of Tech, CTech's AI-generated studio, where we dive deep into the latest news and analyses on technology and innovation. Today, we'll explore the trend of high-tech salaries soaring to new heights. What does this mean for the industry and job seekers? We'll also take a closer look at SAP's big move in acquiring the digital adoption platform WalkMe for a whopping $1.5 billion. What's driving this deal, and what can we expect next? And finally, we'll discuss Tenable's advanced talks to acquire the cyber startup Eureka. How might this shake up the cybersecurity landscape? Stay tuned as we bring you the in-depth stories behind these headlines, right here on the Edge of Tech. I am Elihai Vidal, generated with AI. Joining us to discuss the significance of the news are Ariella Carmel and other guests, all generated with AI. Here we go. High-tech salaries in Israel are hitting new highs, with the average reaching a record 35,870 shekels, or $9,710. Ariella, can you share more details about the increase in average salaries and what it means for the economy?
Elihai, the rising salaries in the high-tech sector indicate a positive trend for the industry. According to the Central Bureau of Statistics, the average salary in high-tech reached a new record of 35,870 shekels in March, a 5.6% increase from the previous month. This growth is significant, as it reflects a 19.1% increase compared to January.
Interesting. And how does this compare with the general economy?
Unfortunately, the general economy saw a predicted correction in April, with a 4.2% drop in average salary.
I see. Can you elaborate on the impact of these fluctuations on the job market and the overall economy?
The rise in high-tech salaries does not align with an increase in job demand, but rather a decrease in available positions. For instance, the average salary for programmers saw an 8.9% increase to 38,308 shekels in March. However, the number of available jobs in the sector has significantly dropped.
And what about the salary trends for R&D roles?
In March, the average salary for R&D roles was 36,578 shekels, a notable decrease from the previous month. This decline raises questions about the factors contributing to such significant fluctuations in salaries within the high-tech sector.
Thank you, Ariella, for your insights on the changing landscape of high-tech salaries. Coming up next, SAP is acquiring the digital adoption platform WalkMe for $1.5 billion. Now we're diving into the news of SAP's acquisition of WalkMe, a significant move in the tech industry. WalkMe, valued at less than $880 million on Tuesday, was acquired by SAP for $1.5 billion, marking a significant premium. Ariella, can you tell us more about this acquisition?
Absolutely, Elihai. This acquisition signifies SAP's strategic move to enhance its user support capabilities. WalkMe, an Israeli company founded in 2011 by Raphael Swery and Dan Adika, offers a platform for digital technology adoption without coding requirements.
Now let's talk numbers. WalkMe's valuation was below $880 million just before the acquisition, yet SAP is offering a 45% premium at $1.5 billion. What's your take on this financial aspect?
It's a substantial premium indeed, Elihai. This offer reflects SAP's keen interest in WalkMe's potential for growth and innovation. WalkMe went public on NASDAQ in 2021, initially valued at $2.5 billion. Despite recent layoffs, their revenue in the first quarter of this year was $69 million.
Now onto the operational side. WalkMe has undergone layoffs and strategic shifts in its target market. How do you see this affecting their trajectory?
The layoffs and strategic refocusing highlight WalkMe's adaptation to market dynamics. Last year's layoffs aimed at streamlining operations with a focus on larger enterprises. Despite slower revenue growth, their improved operating loss indicates progress.
Before we wrap up, any final thoughts on the implications of this acquisition?
Certainly, this acquisition not only strengthens SAP's user support capabilities, but also provides WalkMe with resources to expand its product offerings. Together, they're poised for innovation and growth.
Thank you, Ariella, for your insights into this significant development. Coming up next, Tenable is in advanced negotiations to acquire cyber startup Eureka. Now we're diving into a significant move in the cybersecurity world. Tenable, a major player in the American cyber industry, is in advanced talks to acquire Israeli startup Eureka for tens of millions of dollars. Tenable has a history of acquiring Israeli companies, and now they're looking at Eureka. Ariella, what can you tell us about Eureka and their journey leading up to this deal?
Eureka, co-founded by Liat Hayun and Asaf Weiss, has a strong background in cybersecurity. Both founders are veterans of a top intelligence unit in Israel and have held significant roles at Palo Alto Networks and Microsoft. Eureka raised $8 million in seed funding in 2022, backed by prominent figures from major tech companies.
It sounds like Eureka has made a name for itself quickly. I understand their DSPM solution is quite advanced. Can you elaborate on what makes it stand out?
Absolutely. Eureka's Data Security Posture Management, or DSPM solution, is designed to help security teams protect data across multi-cloud environments. It automates data discovery and classification, providing comprehensive visibility and control over data security and compliance.
Given Tenable's track record with Israeli companies, this acquisition seems like a strategic fit. How does this align with Tenable's previous acquisitions?
Tenable has been actively expanding its portfolio with Israeli cybersecurity companies. Last year, they acquired Ermetic for about $265 million, and in 2019, they bought Indigi for $100 million. These acquisitions, including the potential purchase of Eureka, highlight Tenable's commitment to strengthening its cybersecurity offerings.
Ariella, what are your final thoughts on this potential acquisition?
This deal underscores the value and innovation coming from Israeli startups in the cybersecurity sector. It's a significant move for both Tenable and Eureka.
Thank you for your insights, Ariella. That concludes today's edition of The Edge of Tech, CTech's AI-generated studio. Thanks for tuning in. For more high-tech news, in-depth analysis, and exclusive interviews, head over to CTech website, your gateway to Israeli tech.